So, welcome to our episode of the Journey of Success. This was supposed to be through our account of Mujeres de Éxito Global, but we're doing it through here because we had some technical problems, and we're gonna go through this because, as empowerment says, we look for solutions and we solve it and we just go for it. Results are the important thing when you get to find solutions to a certain circumstance or situation. So I'm gonna wait for Dr. Bryant. She's just right here. Let me invite her. Okay, doctor, let's see how. I might have to do something, doctor. Wait for me. Wait for me. Oh no,
Oh
you're
my
gonna do
God.
it.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Finally.
We are here. Voila. We're
I'm
here.
almost sweating. Just let me give an introduction because I wasn't able because I didn't know if this was gonna function
Yeah.
or work
I
all
heard
right.
it. I heard it before. Go for it. Gosh, I'm
Okay,
just
so
happy that we're here.
yeah, I'm
This is woman
happy.
empowerment.
Happy
Woman
International
empowerment.
Women's Day.
Yeah, woman empowerment is not giving up until we get what we want, which is on this live, both of us doing what we said we would do. I don't care if it's late, but we are in perfect divine timing. Go for
Uh,
it, girl. Go.
yes. Well, first of all, happy International Women's Day to all the women here that are sharing with us. This is in English. We usually speak in Spanish in through Vida Divine, but this was supposed to be through our account, Mujeres de Éxito Global. But I'm happy because we have a great community of women in Vida Divine that we're going to give this information. We're going to share this so that you all can share with us how it's been this journey of success and putting empowerment into our life. I have an introduction, a very good introduction in our Mujeres de Éxito Global account if you want to get in after we finish this live. So, but one of the important things that I explained when we just started was the importance of confidence in empowerment, how to see if I am confident enough or if I want to be more confident, and how to nurture that confidence in the right path, because confidence, we need to use it in the right way. And for me, and I will share this back again, in this pandemic situation, I have struggled with my confidence. My confidence kind of went down with all, if I'm doing it the right way, if I'm showing up here in social media, what are people thinking about me, of changing the path that I used to have, because I am going through this, evolution in transformation of my mindset, and confidence gets there.
Right.
So tell us about that, Dr. Ryan.
Well, like we've talked about in some of our sessions, right? In the last intro when you were on, we had as the Éxito, you were talking about how in some of our coaching sessions we talked about your confidence, right? And how what others think of us is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It's only what we think of ourselves and that we believe about ourselves that will manifest. That's the beauty of belief, is that it only takes you to believe in you, the size of a mustard seed, for things to manifest. As long as you don't let the outside beliefs get into your ship, the ship will sail, it won't sink. We talked about that in our last live. And so, how do you nurture, how do you germinate seeds of confidence, right? What that looks like is you make sure that you are doing your affirmations and that you are prophesizing over your own life, that you're using your words and your beliefs to create the mindset that you want, because the mind is here and it was given to us as a gift to serve us. We are not here to serve the mind. And the mind has to understand that you're here to serve me, and you will think the thoughts that I want you to think so that I can feel the feelings that I want to feel, so that my feelings, which is what creates vibration, could create the law of attraction that I want for my world and for my life. And so the first thing is getting a clear understanding with your mind that it does not, you don't serve it. And when you have that clear, you start to think the thoughts you want to think, because we're creators, not controllers. So we don't have to control anything. We just have to create that at which we want by thinking and feeling that at which what we want, the feeling it will create in us. And so the process to becoming confident is also measuring your result. Is what you're doing working for you? If it is, keep it. If what you're doing is not working for you, get rid of it immediately. Do not waste your time. The other thing is, I'm sorry, Darnell always comes to my page and puts the number 10. It is the most funniest thing ever. He just threw me off. I'm sorry. I have to say that. Goodness, my train of thought. But I want to say the other thing is, studies have shown, I said this in my ABC 7 interview, that whenever you have positive results or whenever you are being productive, that it does two things. It alleviates stress and it empowers you to do more. It's called momentum. So whenever you keep the things that are working and you keep running those plays over and over again, if a play is getting you a home run, you run that play until you are no longer getting a home run, and then you create a new play that's going to work. But keep running it while you're getting your home runs so that your momentum can be that of victory, win, victory. However, when victory stops here and there and you start to see once in a while you don't have a victory, because once you start to create this momentum of winning, I'm telling you right now, because I'm there and I've been there, you will continue to win time after time after time after time, because you're creating that law of attraction in yourself. Like I
And you
expect
get in that vibration, right?
You get in that vibration, you get in that vortex. I expect to win, not from a place of arrogance, from a place of confidence. Like you said earlier, from a place of me seeing that since I have been thinking and feeling a certain way, my momentum is on fire. I'm lit up. And so the winds are pouring in. The universe is gassing, all gas, no break, when it comes to opening up the windows of heaven and just continuously pouring out blessings onto me. But it's because I'm speaking powerful words. I'm being a powerhouse woman. I'm not dimming my light. I'm sharing my light. And it's important to know that we don't walk in a room and dim our light. We walk in a room and we share our light. Our light is given to us to share. Our light is given to us to guide us. So dimming it does what? It does nothing. The Bible says too that that we are men of many coats. That means any coat that's yours, you wear it. You don't take it off for anybody. And if the size is too big for someone else, then that's their problem. You still wear your coat. That's where confidence comes in at. But make sure you use yourself and everything that you are as a tool and not a weapon. Because I always say that, our life is like a hammer. It can build a house or destroy a house. And that house is us. A house is never anybody else. The house is always us. And so we have to make sure that we're using everything about us as a tool to not self-destruct ourselves with our gifts and our blessings. That's the part that's extremely important. And so confidence to me is very important when it comes to being empowered and empowering other women.
Wow. I want to get a little bit back about what does self-awareness, good habits, and speaking to ourselves in the right way has to do with the creation of good confidence.
I love that. So self-awareness, for those who may or may not know what that is being aware of self in the sense of what am I thinking, what am I feeling, and what am I projecting? That's self-awareness. And then once you're in contact with that, am I proud of what I'm thinking, feeling, and projecting? That's being intentional. Okay, I want to be intentional about who I'm showing up as. That is the whole self-awareness piece. And then what was the second part of your question?
When we put together self-awareness, good habits, because good habits, it's having a good discipline with your body, with your mind, being there and showing up, consistency from bad habits. Knowing self-awareness goes with the habits of, knowing what is good habit and what is a bad habit, what to delete. Absolutely. Bad habits, embrace. Absolutely. And relearn new habits or good habits for a new mindset, and speaking with the right words to ourselves.
Absolutely. All those things. And so I love that you said that about the discipline piece, because And for those who have been, who've been on all of my interviews and lives, they know that I always go biblical, not because I'm religious, because I'm very spiritual. And I believe that the Bible and spirituality at its peak, they're exact same principles. They're just stated differently. The Bible said it's better to be obedient than sacrifice. That just says what you're saying, that discipline reaps harvest. It's better to be obedient, disciplined, than sacrifice your harvest. And so as we are obedient and disciplined to the principles of the universe, the principles of the Bible, they're the same thing, potato, patata, and which ends up being the principle of your discernment and your spirit, you will always have a harvest. You would never have to sacrifice that at which belongs to you. I always say our blessings are like a computer. Everything that we want comes into a download space, like a computer. You download it and it stays here, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we have been disciplined enough and when we are ready, the universe hits download and it starts to download every blessing that we're ready for. But like the Bible says, that God won't give you more than you can handle. And to whom much is given, much is required. So that means that if I give you more, you have to have a capacity to handle the more that I give you. A blessing that is too heavy is not a blessing at all, it's a burden. And so for a lot of people who are saying faster, 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 more, 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 the universe and God is saying, my whole role in your life is to give you more, 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 and go faster, faster, faster. But you have to have the capacity to facilitate the weight of the blessing you're praying for.
Right. Because we
Otherwise,
end up with burnout, right?
we end up with burnout and it becomes a burden. And a burden is heavy. A blessing is freedom. A blessing is uplifting. A burden's heavy.
To
A
feel
blessing is
good,
uplifting.
right?
To feel amazing. And it's definitely something that, so I say that to say that what you're saying, Stephanie, as far as speaking life over yourself, making sure that you're thriving and not just merely surviving, is absolutely crucial. It's absolutely vital. In addition to that, being disciplined is something that will continuous discipline will get you to the goal at which you want. I always say, if you're on your way to I say Las Vegas, everybody knows Vegas. So if you're headed to Vegas, whether you're in a plane, because Stephanie, you're way out in Dubai, I'm way across the world over here in the US. But if you're on your way to Vegas, as long as you never stop, you will get there. That's how it is in our life with our goals and things that we want. We set a goal and it may seem too big for us, but as long as we don't stop, one foot in front of the other, 100%, you will arrive to your destination. 100%. That's one thing that's guaranteed. One thing.
One of the things that I surprised me with this International Women Day, people talking and women, empowering other women, is that there was this commercial that went out for one of the Super Bowls and went so viral that is called Running Like a Girl. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. Hashtag Running Like a Girl. So what the message of this um, advertising wanted to show was that it's okay to add as we are as women in terms of we are emotional, we somehow cry, and we have these days in our monthly calendar that we go through, and we need to be self-aware of that, but
Right.
in a good way. We cannot punish ourselves for being woman. We are woman and we need to live it up. So when we talk about confidence, Dr. Bryant, do you think taking care of ourselves plays a good role in it? Like, having this exercise routine, eating good food, sleeping well. What does that, uh, how can you tell us about this? What can you tell us?
Absolutely. Yeah. So what you're describing is self-care. Self-care and self-love are direct reflection of each other. They're one and the same. So self-care is the most important, the most selfless thing that a woman can do, a person can do for themselves and for their loved ones. Because we only give what we have and we produce who we are in our experiences. And so if I'm taking care of self and I'm capped off on self-care, self-love, happiness, and joy, and all these good things, and compassion, which you were speaking about earlier, and loving on myself and being easy on myself and letting myself have my moments of not being okay and have my moments of not figuring it out, right? And having my moments of being absolutely feeling amazing, whatever those emotions are, fully embracing the wholeness of that and who I am, then I can give that to others. I can give you that at which I have. I can't give to you what I don't have. So self-care is the most important thing and should be the first thing on your to-do list, and it should be prioritized in your life above everything. And it may sound crazy, but it has to come before your husband, before your partner, before your kids, because they reap the benefits of who you are internally. And we have to remember that. So a lot of women feel guilty about taking the day off or having a glass of wine or going out to dinner or taking a small trip or a day trip or a spa date or yoga or whatever, because they're a wife and they're a mama bear and they have these responsibilities, but you're doing your family a disservice. If you want to be of any service to them, then you want to fill yourself up and cap yourself off with everything amazing, everything that's cared for, and everything that has to do with self-love, so that when you get home, you're producing that at which you have filled yourself up with. And then you feel good as a woman, and so it's a win-win situation. It really is.
So I love this. This part was amazing. And that's one of the things I take with me. But what about when we talk about empowerment? Does it has to do when I get into a room for a meeting, a negotiation, and I am with 20 men on the table and I'm the only woman? So how can I have this mindset to say, I'm able to do this and I'm going to talk about it? What are three things that you can share with us that will make us get that empowerment to prepare for these situations that we face as women sometimes? Indeed.
Good stuff. The first thing is to remember to be authentic, to show up as who you are, where you are, and be proud about that space. God made no mistakes when he created us. And to feel as though something is imperfect, or to compare yourself to someone else, or to feel like you need more of what I have or more of what someone else has, that is an ultimate disrespect, not just to yourself, but to source, whomever you believe created you, in saying that they made a mistake in creating you. There were no mistakes when creating you. You are, and it's necessary for you to be exactly who you are to attract exactly what is yours. You may be able to attract what is mine or what is Stephanie's or someone else's, but you can't sustain what's not yours, period. So it's important to stand in your power. The second thing is, use your voice and use it as strong as you need to, so that your message is heard, your message is felt, and people respect, maybe not what you're saying, but they respect you and your voice for standing strong in your power and what you believe in. And the last thing is, whether the people in that room agree with you or disagree with you, you still leave believing just as strong as you did when you walked in that room, in yourself and in your beliefs, regardless of what their beliefs are towards what you're saying. Those are 3 tips that will make you a powerhouse woman in the boardroom.
I would like to add that I'm starting reading Dare to Lead from Brené Brown, that is more into the leadership thing. And she mentioned one of the things she used when she has to stand up and speak in front of many people. That is something that she always gets nervous about. I mean, she says, one thing is to be prepared, because when you are prepared for what you're going to be talking about, give you so much confidence that you can talk about anything that has to do with the topic that you're going to be talking about. One thing. The other thing is, you got to imagine the people that are there are just as human as you are. They have problems at home. They have insecurities, and someone told her once to imagine them as naked, but not naked like in the bad way,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
naked like they are so human as you are. And sometimes we feel this fear about people or speaking. And I mean, some people even feel fear about getting into their life, to start this first life over that first video, write this book, or many things that they are good in, but they feel unsecure. And woman, we feel unsecure of saying what we think about politics, about our opinions about certain topics. And our opinions are valid and are very important. And we need to use our voice for what we believe, because our voice is the change for the positive um, impact that we need in this world that we are facing right now. And one of the things that I want to share with all the women here, and anybody that is watching us, is that we as women, we are not competing with each other. Empowerment means that together we make better and bigger things for our world, for our community, for our businesses, for our families. So that is very important to keep in mind.
Yeah, and I always
Empowerment
say, to
is
add to that, Stephanie, I always
supporting.
say power doesn't work unless it's shared. Period. Power does not work unless it's shared. And when we understand that, and also if you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go as a team. And so when we understand the power of sharing power, we get out of ego and the need to be the only one with the power, which that is an illusion, because there's never one person with any power. We all have power. We're all powerful. It's just some of us are not standing in our power. And when I stand in my power and you stand in your power, we then have power homes and not a powerhouse. And homes, meaning a whole community of power, um, is priceless, and there's no comparison to one little house on an island somewhere with no neighbors. And so it's important for women and people to understand that we have to share power, and we have to queenship each other. I always say queenship each other. I put you in a position to be a queen. You put me in a position to be a queen. We all have our right timing when we should be
We
queened.
support each other.
And that's what it's about. And it's not about calculating, this power struggle thing, because it's an illusion as far as who has more power and how that power is shared. There's only one way that power can work, and it's through sharing it. It's through the quality of how many quality people you can share your power with and lock hands. I say it's more profitable to lock hands than horns. And that's the thing. It's more profitable to lock hands and horns with people. Relationships will get you in doors that money could never, ever get you in. Ever.
That's true. And definitely, to be empowered to do good things, we have to take out that judgmental behavior that we had had for many years. And between us as women, we
Yeah.
judge the mother who wants to work. We judge the mother who wants to stay raising their kids at home. We judge the woman that doesn't want to have kids and
Yeah.
want to focus on her career. We judge the one who is single, and we just keep judging everybody. And judging just fills up with bad energy. And at the end, it drains your body, your mind, and you cannot focus in being successful. So that's the reason successful women are in their position, because they got rid of that judgmental face, uh, or that position that drains your energy, because you are focused in what you're looking for. Focusedness is very important in empowerment and in the journey of success. And well, Dr. Bryant, if you want to tell us something just to finish and recap here in this beautiful life for
Yeah. Well, I was going to
International
say,
Women's
if
Day.
in our live had questions, they can put them down there while we were talking, and we could answer
Sure.
them on the time. But I just want to close by saying, that it's really important for people in general. I know it's National Women's Day. Well, at least here in the States. I know in Dubai, you guys are already on Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, goodness. This is so amazing that you can be way in Dubai across the world, and I'm here in the States, and we can bring empowerment here together and share our power. It's amazing. But I do want to offer that I want to give everybody on our live homework. And your homework is to measure what you've been doing. On one side of the paper, I want you to put everything that's working. On the other side of the paper, I want you to put everything that's not working. I don't care if it's a relationship that's not working, a job that's not working, the way you speak to people, your attitude that's not working. I want right side of the paper, what's working, left side of the paper, what's not working. You're going to rip that paper dead in the middle, okay? The piece of paper that has everything not working, you're going to crunch it up, and you're not going to throw it in the trash inside your home. You're going to throw it in the trash outside of your home so that that energy isn't even anywhere within your environment. The paper, the side where it shows everything that is working, you're going to pick 1 or 2, 3 of those things every single day, and you're going to apply that to your day every day. And watch how it changes the trajectory of your world. Watch how it catapults your success, your internal success, which is your peace, and your external wealth, which is your bank account. Those two together is a perfect marriage, but I want you guys to do that. And lastly, I want to close by saying, I want everyone to really at some point just really picture and envision who you want to show up as every day in your life. Who do you want to show up as? What is authentic for you? And then from today on for the rest of your life, I want you to show up as that person. And I want you to show up proud. And I want you to show up loud, not with your mouth, but loud with your confidence, loud with your presence. That person that you want to be, show up. And I want you to watch how you become a magnet for everything you want, everything you ask for, and your momentum will continue to be a tornado magnet for everything you want. Mark my word, I can promise you that.
I love it, Dr. Bryant. I couldn't believe a better way to end this live. I'm so thankful. I mean, I'm happy that we ended up doing it because it was a bit struggle at the very first beginning. But I'll see what happened. And thank you for everybody who joined us. I know there were many here that will definitely take this. Please do it. Make it happen. Not just stay here and listen to us and don't do it. Just do it. And share it with us. Share it with Dr. Bryant. Share it with us in Vida Divine or Mujeres de Éxito Global. Tag us and say, today, this week, I feel better because I did this that Dr. Bryant mentioned to us in the live. And if you do so, you will get a prize. But I will let you know if you tag us in that message. Thank you, Dr. Bryant.
That's good stuff. Thank you so much.
For Los Angeles to you.
Love to Dubai because it's 9 a.m. over there, huh?
Yeah, and I got to be in another place. I should have been there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's 9 p.m. here. I'm going to go for my night stroll and have a good night. I just want to say hello and give a shout out to Miss Edwards because I always see her in my lives. I see her in my success interview as well. So just Miss Edwards, hello.
Oh, she just gave us a question. Should we answer? I guess it's nice.
Yeah, go for it.
What's your intake on affirmations? How effective are affirmations? I think we mentioned it, but we can.
Yeah, totally. And I know, so my intake on affirmations they are only effective if what you're affirming two things you believe in, and you have to feel that at what you're affirming. So really quick, the book Think and Grow Rich, the only part they missed out with saying is your thoughts are not vibrations. Your emotions are vibrations. So as you're affirming, let's just say, my business is going to make multi-million dollars this year. You can't just say my business is going to make a multi-million dollars this year and just put it out there. I mean, you can, right? And I'm sure it can come back to you. You need to feel what it would feel like to have several million dollars in your bank account. I need you to sit and picture checking your online banking, refreshing your online banking app and going, holy freaking moly, my business just made $3 million. Oh my God. You have to fill it with all of you, because your emotion sends out a vibration. The universe responds, and the universe has to vibrate at the same frequency for that thing to manifest. Remember, manifestation takes place at the point of agreement. So use your affirmations every day. But I want you to be really, but don't force it. And I know we got to wrap. This is what I do want to say really quick, because people make this mistake all the time. They say, I'm doing my affirmations, it's not working. Well, guess what? If you're doing your affirmations from a place of lack, saying, please, 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 please send me my wife, please send me my husband, please send me my new home, you're putting out to the universe lack. You're telling the universe, I notice that what I'm asking for is not here. This is why I'm begging, because I feel the void. I feel the emptiness of it not being here. So you're putting out emptiness and lack into the universe when you should be putting out, it's here. I feel it. I know it's here because I've asked for it. So even if it's not here in physical form, it's here in spiritual form. And before you know it, with me understanding that it takes a little time to go from spirit to physical, but quicker than I can probably think of it, it's going to be here in physical form. I'm so excited because I've asked for it and it's coming. I'm so excited to see this money in my account. That has to be the way that you affirm. So affirmations, they work, but you have to feel them. Don't just say, today's going to be amazing. Today's going to be amazing. No, today's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so geeked about how many blessings are going to come through today. Oh my God, today is going to be the day where I hear all yeses about everything that makes me happy. That's how I do my affirmations. I literally, my best friend laughs because randomly I'll go, the windows of heaven are open. Like heaven is open all day long. And then she goes, okay. Because she knows that I can go from having a glass of wine and I'm like, the heavens are open. The heavens are open. Into my space, I get into my vortex, and all that matters is that you believe it and that you feel it. Don't wait on anyone to believe it for you. Their belief can't work for you, only yours. So affirm with feeling, affirm with emotion, affirm with emotion.
Thank you so much. I have to go quickly.
I know.
And thank you so much, Dr. Bryant. Thank you, Mrs. Edwards, for being here, and everybody who joined us. Let's get this journey of success going on.
Got it. All right, guys. Good night from California. From